season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
On first down, Carr. Now he'll pull it down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But fortunately, the Saints weren't able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Second and short now following the fumble.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On first and 10, here's Carr. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
To throw again on second down. Carr. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. A good pickup there at 22.
10 at the 35-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Throwing now is Carr. And this is caught at the end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Now Jones. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown to the Ravens. Ronald Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And this carries into the end zone. Well, he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Room here to run. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Derrick Henry, 79 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. What an excellent run, and from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
At their own 25-yard line.
set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
Are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And 7.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Hill. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Hill. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
41-yard line.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
14. Falcons 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Intercepted. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
4 yards.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ronald Jones doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7.
Falcons 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Valentine going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton flushed out right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Dalton. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Fielding just inside the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time run.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
9-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
The ball carrier.
He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. They fake the handoff. Now Carr going for the deep ball. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Gerald Everett with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Saints 28, Falcons 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Bobby McCain. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. For Andy Dalton last year in Cincinnati, he threw 3 of these, second only to Jameis Winston 7. And he'll be bitten again with the interception and 6 points the other way. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7.
The score, Saints 35.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and take it.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for 1st. Dalton. And that will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. It's complete. Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Dalton here from the gun. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I'd give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Bobby McCain. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
It's a big one now. It's a big one.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short.
Only a yard.
If they do go for it, it's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
No doubt about it when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton. He's got Burton here. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 30 yards.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. He didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And they take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Falcons cut into that lead. It's good, and it's now 35-14.
Saints 35. Falcons 14. Chris Boswell.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Get ready! Get ready!
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 30 on 2nd down, Carr flush to his right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st down, Hill. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
34-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A shotgun snap for Hill. And that will be
Complete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Number 15, incomplete. Byron Jones on the coverage.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. The final shot here before half for Carr. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit. Maybe pump up the pace. Maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Atlanta.
From the gun, Dalton able to get this to Gordon. That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Operating from the gun. Dalton got Gordon open, completes it.
Dalton's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
First down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. From the gun, Dalton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Saints' first possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
And Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Carr to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now Jones. As they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 31 yards there and a first down.
At the 7-yard line.
This is Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And the lead will grow by one more.
Makes the score Saints 42, Falcons 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And Valentine going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 32 on the play.
The Falcon first down.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
7-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 28. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over above 50 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Carlos Dunlap, the one who got in there to make the stop behind the line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
That grounding call could very well doom this drive. We'll see. They'll try again here, 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Dalton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Trey Burton, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Again, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Carr now to throw. But they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure up.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
It's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Dalton. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
On 1st down, Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
It's room to run now. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 31 yards there at first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
Yeah, catch a fucking
News
great.
on that
That's
play for
crazy.
them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Saints 49, Falcons 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Valentine going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Now a pass here caught by Edelman, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Atlanta.
From the gun, Dalton. It's his running back with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Operating from the gun, Dalton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe someone ran a wrong pattern, maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll run here with Raymond Calais. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Jones again, the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
3-yard line.
Carr going to throw here. And this one is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Pressuring, down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Emerson Griffin in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be fourth down. Fourth down, Hill remains on the field as they'll go for it. So here we go on fourth. Hill. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. So a nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. To throw is Hill. Stepping up, he's going to Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at its second down. To throw again, Dalton. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Intercepted. The Saints take over first and 10 at the 29-yard line.
There's Hill now after the interception. Going for it all. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. Here's second and 10 now from the 29. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Saints 49.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New Orleans, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. We'll step on, spin, move, and zone. Go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. We'll step on, spin, move, and zone. Go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft. Watch me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, we need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hear the I had to kick off.